All right, but I don't know how to unmute this. I see it says you're recording.
Yeah, but we have no sound.
I know, we have to find that out, so give us a couple minutes. Hey, all right, I think this is tonight's meeting. It's really, you can pass it down, Peter. It's just really just it's just, we can't really start until we figure out how to get the sound. So, Mike, let's try. Wait, no, but why is the TV not working? Why is the television not unmuted? I have no idea.
All right, I think we got to roll with it.
Let me see that.
If the sound is recording,
The sound is recording?
it should be.
I don't know, we're gonna give it a try. All right.
All right, I call this meeting to order.
Okay.
I second.
Take notes.
All in favor?
All in favor?
All right.
So welcome guests. We have no guests.
No, we don't have any guests.
Don't have any guests. So let's introduce
Cat.
Kat, Ellen, Jane. This is Peter Denton. He's missed a couple of meetings. We got him on the Facebook. And Zach.
Take notes. That'll help.
So I guess the main topic here is going to be the rooster.
Yes.
So to bring Peter up to date, the neighbors came to our last meeting and they claim the rooster's crowing 24/7. It's close. I don't know, I went by, I didn't go physically into the people's yard. It's on Daniel Street.
And they were saying that.
Yeah, I do that.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Ellen. We actually got it started, but we can't figure out how to turn the sound down now. So there's no sound. I've got everything in here. It should have.
Cookies next to their
Yep,
next
go ahead.
fence. So the rooster is out there, right adjacent to their property. It's not like it's.
Backyard, actually, it's the backyard, what Kevin says, is there are butters behind the greens.
So they went to the people complaining, went to the selectmen and
The AOC.
yeah, animal control officer. And there's really no rules.
So to get back to the back button twice and it exited that.
So they came kind of back to us, the neighbors that are complaining, wanted to know if there was anything we could do, which then,
I went to sign in.
we don't know about it.
It's L, you can type it in.
But they're not really active, the people.
Small E,
not
or
really
just
active,
Ellen Gould.
because it's just a house.
Chickens.
About 1.3 acres, I think it is. Something along.
No, the neighbors wasn't have that big of a property. They had less than an acre.
I think everybody's got.
Should be 200.
Oh, well, I'll let you mess around with it. It's,
On that subdivision, we, minimum of 20,000.
Acre.
ELLEN.
yeah, no, it's E Gould.
Oh, it's Eagle. Okay.
Well, I mean, these people have, right,
Possibility. That's
the
not
people who
working.
came
It's
to our,
It's not how I
right,
got
that's
signed
right,
in
talking
before.
to this people.
GOULD.
The people,
Signed in
according to
something.
them, the people are less than polite.
Oh, Dot, oh, yeah, Ed Mendon,
And they have been,
Mendon, M-A.
what they felt threatened
Menden MA.
by somebody else who had a couple of pitties or something like that. That's the gist I got.
That's not the way we liked it before. I don't think you're gonna.
Well, I think they might be having dog issues with them too. So they say they had a couple of dogs too that were loud.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The same people that
Same
Yeah.
resolution, yeah.
And, you know, the people who are making the complaint have been here for 36 years. They've never had any problems.
But they never had any noise before.
And you said .gov, right?
Yes. And then I made that the. So I can read it. What time is it?
So it's, you know,
Thank you. I need to train someone.
No, he's got a flock of chickens.
So this is what I learned.
Yeah, you want to tell us what you learned?
So I called Kevin, the way to reach him easiest was through like the Blackstone, he had something listed there, and he actually stopped by the house, which was really nice, so we sat and talked for a few minutes. And he said, the gentleman in question, 19 Daniels, is an older gentleman, retired, and he currently has 3 roosters, not 1 rooster, so it's 3 roosters. And Kevin has talked to him, and the gentleman has agreed he's going to put 2 of them in the soup pot this weekend. So that should reduce the noise level there. And I said, well, how about this big giant dog that the neighbor was complaining about, you know, that she feels threatened? And he says, he has 2 little dogs that are the size of terriers, night terriers. He says, just the same size as your dogs.
no, I think she was talking about another neighbor.
The other neighbor with the dogs? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, but he says this particular neighbor doesn't have dogs. And he said he's going to get rid of 2 of the roosters. So it should not be a problem any longer, hopefully.
Hopefully he takes the rooster that's,
I'm trying to figure out because on the left side of the screen,
Yes.
showing me the symbol for mute. I'm trying to turn up the volume from here
Yeah,
versus
I
going back.
couldn't get it.
I know, I couldn't either. Yeah, that's the problem. We can't turn the volume on. So we don't know if we were
But
actually.
that should just be the TV muted, not the recording.
No,
think
just the
so?
TV.
Yeah, so
I
that
mean,
doesn't matter for
All
our
right, so
meeting.
The thing is, right,
You know how
if
to
you're,
get back to where we were?
Yeah, just hit the back button twice and exit the TV.
okay.
Hit the back button twice, because we need to get out there. Oh, there we go, sign in.
No, hit it again, that's the TV. stuff. Hit it again,
Hit it again, back again.
until,
Oh, we're almost
okay,
there.
I'll watch a home.
You see,
No.
All right,
Set.
let him fill with this.
All right, so Kevin seems to think it's going to be, it should resolve itself by then.
Did he go and speak to the, there we go.
So he's been, oh, there's the TV speaker. So he's been reaching out to the gentleman in question that has the roosters. He thinks the roosters shouldn't be a problem. He says they are cooped up. You know, I think they might have, they're not loose in the yard anyways. You know, and then we got, you know, talking about, you know, the greens. I'll read you. So I've been, do any of you look at your town email?
every once in a while.
Every once in a while, okay. So I've been in touch with the Greens. Kevin thinks it's gonna be resolved. I've been in touch with the Greens. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see this.
Because didn't it also
Oh, Richard Green, here we go.
increase the problem by somebody else in the neighborhood getting a rooster? Somebody across the street?
If there's 3 roosters in
Yeah,
one coop,
Yeah,
they're.
Kevin, yes, but that's not the issue. The issue really is the guy that's his backyard neighbor. Kevin says he has tried contacting the people that are down the street or whatever, the other house, which is 118B Neck Hill Road. And Kevin says, you know, it's like a duplex kind of house. He says they're never home. It's hard to talk. I haven't been able to get a hold of them. And he says, and I don't hear any roosters. So he's like, I don't know what's going on because I haven't been able to, you know, he's been stopping randomly. So the Greens,
He must be the landowner that's complaining.
if you wanna enter your password.
It's Green, the landowner complaining?
Yes.
really? Okay.
They're the ones that are asking.
So these are the things from the Greens. If you want to read this, so everybody's up to date on what's been happening. I have to do it with this, can't I do it with my keyboard?
I tried doing it, but you can do it after you connect to the computer.
Invited the guy came in,
Might be
wrote
easier.
presidents to our next meeting. They said, thanks, might I suggest inviting the residents at
Do I have to do
18B
capitals or not?
Metco Road.
If
Also,
your
not
password
to
does
single
do
out
that
19.
Yeah,
They
how do I
also
get
have
to
a register at
capitals?
Pros, wondering about the residents on that Hill Road, if they responded last night at
It
the
has to be
meeting.
capital G.
And then she said we rescheduled our meeting. Could you just follow up and let me know what happens if the residents show up to the meeting? Oh, and then she asked about the petition restricting roosters going around town. And he said, my wife and I started the petition. I understand the animal control officer visited 19 Hill Road earlier this week. And that was it.
So they started the petition. I don't know, but as we all know, at least I hope we all know, so how do I get to capital?
So it's basically, you see that up arrow at the bottom, on the last row, the
You
one.
want to do it, I'll write.
I don't mind, it's just, it's your
No, I'll
password, I
write
just
it-
don't wanna.
I'll write it down.
Okay.
So, all right, this is it, it's. So what is this?
So, well, that problem may be solved then.
Yeah, but now
So-
I've already got a petition, because now you can't.
Well,
take a petition
we
back.
do know that the petition,
Yeah, but we
the
don't know
petition
how
doesn't
to
do anything.
sign.
It's signed and submitted.
Oh, really?
If they submitted it,
Yeah. That's,
how many people did they get signed?
I guess enough.
To what, to bring, to.
So there's a petition that went around, I haven't seen it. And they want 3 acres minimum. You gotta have 3 acres to have a rooster.
So that's just.
Yeah,
the
let's just
meeting,
take it.
right? It's not us, the town.
Right, so we can still come in.
So that's, I don't think, I mean, we can
So who
all,
did they submit it to, the select board? Did they submit it to the select
No,
board?
it's select, I mean, I don't
This
know.
is zoning, they're looking to do it through zoning.
Yeah,
That would be the planning.
The plan, so it goes to the planning board, but it's really so talking to Kevin, he says it's really a noise issue. And of course, the noise issue is that it's between us. So anyways, I did talk to him about that, we should,
Your password is incorrect.
that's the wrong app, that's why.
GOU, it's not ED, it's not ED, GOULD, no ED.
No ED.
That's for the Samsung TV account, that's not.
Yeah, that's for Samsung, that's not.
That's not for the, that's not even on the PC right now, that's on TV.
Yeah, that's on the TV, you don't have to sign into the TV,
No, what exactly I'm trying to figure out is,
how to get the volume.
well, volume is already up.
GOULD.
We have to get
Are
on
you
the-
trying to have a meeting from your TV or from the World Band route?
It,
From the
It was
World
recorded.
Band, from World Band.
From World Band.
Yeah, from Outlook, from the Outlook. So it turns into a computer. Zach, if you know how to do it, why don't you do it?
Back to
Seriously.
your petition. You need to submit it to the selectmen, and the selectmen submit it to the planning board. It's a
Yes.
zoning issue. If that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try and get
Yes,
the zoning.
Because the law is not,
3 acres for-
not available right now. Let me just ask,
this rooster's not chickens, I guess. I haven't read it.
So I did talk to Kevin about, if it comes to doing a bylaw. He suggested that it's done, so this is his thing. And I remember the Greens talking about how loud roosters are, the decibel level is like a train whistle standing next to it, da, 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 da. So I went online and I looked. Roosters at their very, very worst, if you're like as close as Pat and I, is 130 decibels. Okay, so 130 decibels.
I can scream louder than that.
So 130 decibels. So if you want to bring it down to what a reasonable noise level is, you go from, say, and say, let's not even 130, because that's the most extreme case. So this blue line is 126 decibels, and if you want to bring it down to a shouting voice, which is like 80, or a talking voice, which is 70, you're actually going to have a setback of 209 feet. So he was suggesting that if we had to write a bylaw, we would say, well, you can have roosters or a rooster, but it has to be 200, he was saying 240 feet from a property line. Mendon lots are like are smallest, are like 200 feet or something.
Not mine.
Frontage is 200.
The frontage is 200, right?
So most of them go relatively, you know, I'm talking subdivision lots, not
Yeah.
existing, but
Yeah.
relatively straight back, you know.
So, right, so what's the average house lot size now in Mendon? It's 60,000 square feet or 1.5.
60,000 square feet of drive. 200 feet of frontage.
200 feet of frontage. So I'm trying to I'm not good at envisioning, but
They
I
did change it because you got the dog, you got the common driveway.
Oh, you do?
I say trying to go to the Outlook, right?
Yeah, out there we are, we're there. No, that's it. No, don't go
That's
anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is where we're supposed to be. Is
Still
it?
recording.
And it's still recording.
It's all set here.
Oh, thank God. All right, we're good. I think we're good.
Of course, we're gonna
No, I just checked the back and it was connected to HDMI.
Yeah, that's meters, and I just did feet per ramp, so that
We also-
that one, this one right here, if you bring down that noise level, ratio, decibels, you have to be 420 feet away from your neighbor's house. That's a lot. So I mean, I've got 8 acres, but if my roosters were never 420 feet away from my property line, I mean,
I could stick mine out back.
So-
And that's the law right now, anything louder than. 50.
yeah, a nuisance is anything louder than 50 decibels from 11 PM to 7 AM, or anything that's louder than 70 decibels, like if you were running like a jackhammer all day long, that kind of thing. So,
We also had that issue here in Mendon.
so he thinks that you should write a bylaw. If we have to write a bylaw, it should be done based on how far away a rooster should be from, a property line.
However, with the right to farm bylaw, bypass that.
The right
It
to
should.
farm, the right to farm bylaw, which I did a bunch of printouts to remind everybody what it says. I think I sent some of them out.
I've read over the whole thing.
Okay. And it says that anyone has the right to raise food.
Yep.
And this gentleman, my understanding, talking to Kevin, is that he has a rooster. He's gonna get rid of 2 out of 3. He has the rooster because he doesn't like buying chickens every year, so what he does is he hatches his own and then raises them up, et cetera, et cetera. So he has every right to do that. If we get asked by the town, or if the town looks like they're going towards writing a bylaw, you guys have to decide whether you do it as a noise thing, like, so you can have a rooster, but it has to be so many feet from somebody's house or property line, which actually, I think, might cover all of the lot sizes in Mendon. Or you could say Massachusetts general law in the right to farm bylaw says a farm is, people have the right to raise their food, but a farm is the 2 acres. Forget about the income, just says it's 2 acres or 5 acres. So you could write a bylaw that just says, you know, are you a farm under Massachusetts general law? And then people would have to say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. It's that simple. It has nothing to do with taxes. It has nothing to do with claiming income. It's just, are you 2 acres? And all of the lot, of course, this doesn't actually cover the greens because they would be grandfathered in, right? But you've been in town long enough that when people write bylaws, everything that happened before that gets grandfathered, right?
One thing about agriculture, anything over 5 acres, you cannot restrict in the state.
Right, yes.
You can do some under, but you're right, you can't, there's a
Right,
grant.
so the Greens
The other
neighbors,
thing-
so the Greens neighbors would be exempt from this new bylaw, even if it was written. It would only take place
Place
for
for
anybody
anything
new.
else.
Did,
Anybody new.
Usually when a petition deal, they submit what they want. I mean, we.
Yeah, I don't know what the
hope they don't
petition
get enough
says.
For a process of writing bylaws.
So who has the petition? Because we need to get a copy of that to see what
Must
the
be
heck
the
it
selectmen.
says.
And God knows how you get it up.
When a petition comes in like that,
Yeah.
if it's the regular type of zoning or anything, the way it's submitted is the way it has to be acted on, period. Right on the comma.
So I thought the petition, my understanding was that the petition has nothing to do really other than saying there's enough people interested in getting a bylaw changed, period. Unless this petition, they wrote out a bylaw, I don't think anybody was, I haven't seen the petition, but I got the impression that it was just a petition about who was interested in doing a bylaw, but I could be
I
wrong.
don't know, you'd have to see the thing.
Yeah, we have to see the petition.
We can contact the selectmen tomorrow and see if they have.
You
anything.
wanna do that, Zach? Yeah, find out who you can.
Tomorrow's
Oh,
Saturday.
no, Monday. So Monday,
Oh,
I'll be in Aruba, never mind.
He's
yeah.
not flying back from Aruba to find out.
Oh, you're going, oh, yeah, that's right. You're
Well,
going-
we got time before we meet again. So we got-
Yeah,
So I would say, Kat, what's your take?
I don't know.
really, after hearing everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it would really, so I understand what the Greens are doing, but if they're just gonna be grandfathered in, there's no point in them doing that essentially, because it's not gonna be taking care of their issue.
Right.
So I don't know if the Greens know that.
So would you all like a letter to be, an email or a letter be written to the Greens stating that if a bylaw, that two of the three roosters are gonna be gone, number one?
Yes.
Two of the three roosters are gonna be gone. That you're gonna be contacted, what else you wanted to say? You guys tell
Well,
me.
no, that even, that we've heard about this bylaw petition,
Right,
but it would not cover
right.
what their problem
Your
is.
current position.
Now, would it not cover this one rooster or any roosters they get from here on out?
Any
It
rooster.
wouldn't cover
Because
everything, because they would be
because-
grandfathered in.
As their
Oh.
farm, not for their one rooster.
No,
As
if
they
you're
would be
raising-
grandfathered in as raising food for their family.
Yeah.
That's how they would be grandfathered in. Because we have a right to
But
raise
also,
food.
any of the lots less than 3 acres would be, unless they were built after this petition, let's say it passed.
In building, so someone moves out of town and someone else buys this house and then says, oh, right to farm, I can do anything I want. I can have 20 roosters, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden they're gonna find out, oh, well, I don't have 2 acres, I have 1.58. And then they can't have,
Now, see, I got grandfathered in for stuff.
they got, well, okay, so I don't think it goes, well, you're lucky then, because my understanding as of tonight is that if you sell your property, you're not necessarily grandfathered. And,
No, it's not an absolute, but
Yeah.
usually they do it.
okay, all right, that's interesting. So it would just be new houses that were built? That's something we probably need to clarify.
Yeah, with the selectmen or the,
And I
planning
would
board.
also maybe urge you guys, that maybe you want to also contact the Board of Health, because that's who Kevin works through, and find out if they heard anything about the petition and what their feelings are about it. So that might be a good step to do also.
And maybe we should see what the petition says exactly.
I think we have.
I think until you read the petition.
I think we have to see
And then-
what the petition says exactly. So do we want to invite the Greens back, or do we want to do this through an email?
I don't think we
I would
have
do
what to
it-
tell
I
them.
would do it,
I'd say let's deal with getting the petition, see what it says,
yeah, but first
seeing if they.
email them about the 2 roosters
Okay,
getting their
Is-
next child.
Is the animal control officer gonna follow up with that, or?
oh, yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
yes, he said he was on top of it, he was following up with it, he's still going to contact the other neighbor, and he's still trying to get hold of the other neighbor, and see what their situation is, so it seems like he's
So
on
the
top of
residents
it.
have-
Yeah, I didn't really get
I
that.
think he
I
might
did
live in
not get
Blackstone.
that from
Okay.
They
the
kind
complaint
of
team.
share.
That's okay, yeah, they're probably right, they were just frustrated,
So they're
so.
definitely frustrated.
Yeah, but
Right
so-
now,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not only
just
double
reach
it,
out
it's
to
the
the
food.
Greens, and say, hey, I talked to him, this is what he said, we're gonna be down to roosters, he's actively trying to contact the other neighbor. And then if we can get a hold of the petition, see what that says, and talk to whomever about the
So
grandfather.
as far as actions go on minutes, you know, say Zach is gonna contact, when he comes back, you're gonna
Yeah.
contact. So that's like in 2 weeks, 1 week, 2
No,
weeks?
a week and 2 days from now.
Oh, okay, so like in a week, he's gonna contact, just say the town or select board or whatever, and get a copy of the petition, so you can get a copy of the petition.
Should be able to
I
get
will
that out of
just-
the town-
Okay,
town
my
clerk's
responsibility is I'll shoot off the email
It's been
telling them
submitted.
about,
Should have been
three
submitted
roosters
to
versus
the town
now
clerk.
going down to one.
Is that where the vote, people who are running for an office submit it? Then
What else needs to be done? That's it, just
What
two
about the
things?
grandfather, and who would you contact about that, to get clarification?
Good question. I don't know, I don't think we need to worry about that yet until we actually get closer to seeing what the petition is and if it's gonna be acted on. Get the feeling whether that's gonna be acted on.
Yeah, then we either gotta decide whether we're gonna defeat it, change it.
Well,
You know, we
would
want our
hope-
own.
Well, Peter, I would hope that we would write it rather than let someone else write
If it
it.
came
and then
down
have to
to
modify it. So I think.
Correct, but I think we have to defeat this ballot, right? If it goes to town meeting, we have to
So you
defeat.
think this is gonna go to, so you think a petition is gonna go to?
The
If
petition,
it has been submitted to the town clerk,
Yeah.
it goes automatically to the selectmen.
Right,
If that's received and stamped, yes, it will go to the town meeting.
so we need to see what it says. That's not the way we went about doing the right to farm bylaw. We didn't do a petition, we just wrote it and we presented it to the select board.
Right, but this is different. This is a complaint. Changing the zone, I don't know whether you call it zoning.
I don't know, so we'll have to research that too and see.
Yeah.
Lonnie had just texted me and said that it had been submitted. Because you can collect signatures, but if you don't get enough signatures, then
Yeah, but what's it look like? Ask the text them back. and ask
it can text them now.
You can't legally.
Okay.
Once it's been submitted, you have to go through the town clerk.
To see what it looks like. All right, so now you know who to contact. All right. Okay.
Nobody know government.
So hopefully
No,
first, the
I
rooster thing,
actually don't know how the petition works, because that's not what we did when we did the right to farm bylaw. We didn't do it,
Yeah, but-
we did it differently, so. Yeah, I'm a little confused about the two routes to change the law.
so first would be the issue on Daniels. So I would say if the guy gets rid of two roosters, he's done a lot on his side.
Right.
Whether that's enough to help the neighbor or not, I don't know. But that's, I mean, I don't want to be having.
So
complaints,
do
not
you,
really.
so do you think that as a agricultural committee, we should reach out to
The Greens.
the zoning bylaw committee or the select board, that if something needs to be written, that they would hope that we would be able to do that? If the bylaw needs to be written or something, a law needs to be changed, they would consult us?
Yeah,
You don't
because
think they would?
I mean, technically any citizen can write
Right.
and
Yes,
petition.
yes.
You just have to get enough signatures. But all those signatures have to be checked. And the addresses have to line up. That does take a while.
Right, any citizen can put something in front of the town meeting and it can be voted on and amended and pass or fail. So town meetings are interesting.
I went to one and it was interesting.
So, yeah, so I guess we need to see what that looks like. And I think we should reach out to whoever, the select board or whoever this petition goes to. Zach, find out who it goes to.
Yeah.
And then we should reach out to them and see what it looks like and then,
see if there is a bylaw written up already.
yeah, if they actually wrote a bylaw about it and,
'Cause it sounds like there
Considering
is, but
it's an
there,
agricultural issue, I don't know why they didn't refer it to us.
it sounds like there's a recommendation for a bylaw because it's the 3 acres. So there's,
I don't know.
There
that
has
it's
to be
a- I
some-
don't know
done
that-
some research.
I mean, it
there
could
has to be
just say,
something. in
you know, we
there.
don't know what it says. It could say, we'll eliminate all roosters entirely from all of Mendon. I don't know. I mean,
Plan.
so that's why we need to see what it says. it would be nice to see it before it hits.
But no,
Yeah,
at-
before it hits the meeting, we don't want that to hit the
I
meeting.
mean,
without us.
we got plenty.
It ain't gonna happen.
if nothing else, an email to the Greens stating
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that two
Right.
at least of the roosters
Well,
that
if they
they're,
can get in the petition, it won't make a bit of difference, but I'll let it pretty sure
Yes.
that their,
that,
their immediate problem should be improved significantly.
right,
Yeah. Okay, I can do that. That's not a problem.
So Pete says that the warrant's probably either closed or very close to being closed, so that nothing get add on, and
Right.
this isn't checked out by then. It isn't
Then
gonna
we're
make it
screwed.
anyway, so it gives us a little, no, we're not screwed because it never got put on the warrant.
Now, if it does go, yeah, I don't think so. I think they closed the warrant. I think we got an email just a couple days ago that it was closed or closing like real
For the-
soon. But we still need to see what it looks like. We still need to see what it looks like so we know who to address, how to address that. So we should meet again in another, what, two weeks? Because you're gonna get it the week after. So when do we want to meet again? Because there's really not much else we can do until we. So what's everybody's calendar look like? So you're gonna find out next week, so you could meet the week of the 28th?
28th of April,
No, March.
The
that's
27th.
2 weeks if this is
Yeah,
all.
the 27th is the day that I get back, so
Okay,
unless
so,
somebody. else
okay,
wants to-
so why don't we plan on meeting then?
April 6th. Isn't that a Friday or Thursday?
No, it's a Wednesday. I'm away. I'm actually away Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of that week. 1, 2.
Well, then
We can try
yeah.
meeting April, we can meet April 1st, another Friday, if you guys don't mind meeting Friday.
Well, this is cutting into my social activities here. All night.
Oh, sorry.
But that's in 2 weeks. That's actually.
Oh, we go earlier, maybe. You don't have to wait till 7.
That's 2 weeks, or we could meet,
Oh, Pete's gone too.
the first, Friday the 1st, okay, April Fools. Are you pulling the April Fools on me?
No.
How about the 7th then?
Yeah,
Oh, God, I have to be down in Connecticut that day to take care of my mom. I'll be back, oh, jeez, that's pushing. Yeah, I can do that, I'll be really tired, but we'll do it, we'll do the 7th, April 7th, I guess. That's the soonest that it can be, so that'll be, it's like in 2 weeks, all right, April 7th. 7 o'clock, I'll see if I can put it in for,
well, Peter was asking for an earlier time.
Well, that's Fridays, because, you know,
Oh, Friday.
well, it would be April 1st, or we could do April 7th, what's?
7th is a Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yep.
Oh, let me look at the town calendar. See.
Now, should we follow up with the Greens to see if they,
Well, that's what I told her to email
All
them.
right, there's nothing at the town hall on Friday, April 1st, and then if we go to the 7th, nobody's booked anything there either, so we can do whatever you guys want.
The 7th then,
You want the
because
7th?
Peter will be away.
All right, so we're gonna do the 7th.
What was I gonna say? Jesus Christ. I don't know. So you're gonna eat, or,
So I'll email the Greens and let
Yes.
them know that it was 3 roosters and not just one, and that 2 of them are gonna be taken care of this weekend.
and hopefully the next one will be,
You know, that he said, you know, that he will be down to 1. Kevin is following up on this. Kevin's also following up on the other neighbor that's on Neck Hill Road. And that we'll just keep in touch with them and let them know what's happening. And
So the other neighbor on Neck Hill Road is complaining or has roosters also?
has a rooster, no, the complainant, for the family that's complaining or that's disturbed by this is saying Neck Hill Road has roosters. So they're crowing at each other. I think from what Kevin's saying is that's not correct. Kevin thinks it's just the 3 roosters that are just making a lot of noise. Because when he said he went over to the other family, he says they're never home. He doesn't see any dogs. He doesn't hear any chickens. You can't go in someone's backyard when they're not home. But he says he doesn't hear anything. So I,
I thought the barn, oh, no, he's not barn inspector. See, the barn inspector can.
I don't know who the barn inspector is now.
I know.
Max isn't doing it
Max
anymore,
is,
so I don't-
lives in Florida.
Yeah. I know. That's it.
We're doing our due diligence. You know.
We're
Yeah,
trying.
I mean, and we can't do anything else till we know what the petition says, and we don't, but, I guess my second question is, do you want me to reach out to anybody, the select board or the board of health or anybody about, we're working on this and we're working with Kevin and,
Well, I think they're working with Kevin also, right? 'Cause you can't just call them up, you gotta go through, either the police or you gotta go through Board of Health.
so, all right, so don't contact the board of health. Do you want to? Because I remember when I contacted two different people, they were like, oh, like, that's really good. We're so glad that you did that. And, so.
I think our chairman, he wanted us to have a rooster run bylaw.
Who?
Mike Real, he was against roosters.
I thought he had roosters.
I'm against him.
Well,
Was it not Mark?
Yeah, I heard from the Board of Health, so we contacted the Board of Health and I heard back from them. And they said they were really happy that we were working that we were doing something and they're happy we were in contact with Kevin. So I think we could follow up with the Board of Health and let them know what we're doing and the select board. I think that, if you want to, it doesn't hurt because if you want to be involved, if this comes to writing some kind of law,
Let us.
a restriction, then I definitely think we should be involved. So I think it's good to reach out to other departments. and let them know that we're here and we're concerned. And we have solutions to this. That, don't necessarily penalize everyone. We don't want 4-H kids not being able to have.
Because the last time,
People not being able to raise.
the last time this initially started on the Mendon Bulletin Board, can I just say, there were pages of people opposing any restrictions on roosters.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think that's good. So I think the way to do it is just to remind people that we're here and we're active and we're available and that we can't, be like we're doing that. We're mediating this, we're trying to talk to people and find out what's going on and finding a solution that pleases everyone. Right.
good. Anybody else, got anything else?
No.
Nothing about ducks and nothing.
Mr. Chairman? No, Mr.
I
Chairman.
have to lock my
Horses.
door down, so,
The house next door to me,
because the.
the Browns, that's just the.
Yes, they did, and I'm like trying to take all the precautions. It's-
All right, we call the law for
So we're adjourning
adjournment.
Second.
at,
All in favor?
7:42. Say aye.
Aye.
Carry.
It's 6. Now we are going to, I'm going to stop recording. Bye, everybody. Stop recording.